All right, so you want to master Spanish, right? But el and la are driving you crazy.
Yeah, articles can be a real pain.
They really can.
Oh.
So today we're going to deep dive into some learning materials you sent us,
We'll try to crack the code on these articles.
especially when it comes to proper nouns, like names of people and places.
Places get tricky.
Right, like when do you use them? When do you not use them?
It's like there's a system, but then there are all these exceptions.
Oh, exactly. So let's see if we can make some sense of it all, starting with people.
Okay, sounds good.
So the textbook talks about using articles with titles like señor or doctora, like el señor Alonso es mi jefe. Mr. Alonso is my boss.
Right, basic stuff.
But then it throws in this exception.
Yeah.
You drop the article when you're actually talking to someone.
Ah, yes, directly addressing them.
Like you wouldn't say, good morning, the Mr. Smith in English.
Definitely not. Too formal.
Yeah, it sounds super weird. So in Spanish, it's the same. Buenos días, señor Alonso.
Makes sense, keeping it polite.
I see. So it's all about context.
Exactly, context is key with articles.
Oh, and the text mentions another exception with don and doña.
Ah, those honorary titles.
You never use articles with those.
Right, like doña Rosa is maestra. Doña Rosa is a teacher.
No lie before doña Rosa.
Nope, it's just built in.
Gotcha. Okay, I think I'm starting to get this people thing.
It's all about practice.
But then we get to places, and that's where I really get lost.
Yeah, places can be a brain twister.
Like, sometimes you use an article, sometimes you don't. It's so confusing.
Well, think about it this way, like a city,
Okay.
like Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of a kind, right? It's unique.
Yeah, there's only one Madrid.
So you don't need an article for it.
Ah, so it stands on its own.
Exactly.
But a street, there are tons of streets.
Right, you need to specify which one.
So you'd say La Cala Principal or something?
La Cala Principal. Perfect.
Okay, so it depends on whether something is unique or one of many.
You got it. Unique, no article. One of many, use el or la.
That makes so much more sense. And I see that same pattern with public places, like museums and hotels.
Yep. Like it's always El Prado or El Ritz.
Never the Prado or the Ritz.
And here's a cool thing I noticed in the text. They put the type of place in parentheses.
Oh, yeah. Like hotel or museo.
Almost like you can just drop it in conversation.
So you could just say El Ritz, and everyone knows what you mean.
Context. Just like we do in English. You say, I'm staying at the Ritz. No need to say hotel.
I never thought about it like that. It's all about being efficient.
Exactly. Spanish loves to cut to the chase.
Okay, so unique things stand alone.
Yeah.
And things in a category get an article.
You're getting it.
But then there's this whole thing about islands.
Ah, yes. Islands are special.
The text says single islands don't take articles at all.
Right, like Mallorca, Sicilia, no el or la anywhere.
And continents, countries, regions too, right?
Exactly. Africa, España, Andalusia, all unique, no article needed.
But hold on, there's that one final curveball that always throws me off.
Oh, yeah, those tricky place names.
The ones that already have El or La in their name.
Like La Habana or El Cairo.
Right. So how do those fit into this whole unique versus one of many thing?
It's like the article's already baked into the name, you know?
Oh, it's part of what makes that place unique.
Exactly. It's like El Cairo, that's its name, so we don't need another L.
Wow. It all comes back to that one concept.
It's all connected.
We've gone from a bunch of random rules to like an actual system.
That's the beauty of language, right? There's a reason behind everything.
Absolutely. So, listeners, as you're learning Spanish and you come across those proper nouns,
Names of people, places.
think about it. Is it one of a kind or part of a bigger set?
Unique or one of many.
That's the key to figuring out those articles.
And don't get discouraged if you make mistakes.
Everyone does. It's all part of the learning process.
And here's something to think about as you continue your Spanish journey.
Ooh, I like this.
We've been talking about el and la.
Right, the singular articles.
But what about los and las? The plurals.
Oh, good point. Do all these same rules still apply?
Something to ponder. Maybe there's a whole other deep dive waiting to happen.
I love it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Hasta la próxima.
And keep practicing that Spanish.